In our last video, we simplified this expression, quantity x plus 2 times quantity x minus 2, using the distributive property. And you'll remember that A turned out to be x plus 2, B was x, and C was negative 2. In this video, we're going to talk about a shortcut called FOIL that will allow us to do the same expanding of this expression, but with a little bit easier work. So let's talk about what FOIL stands for. The F in FOIL stands for first. The O stands for outer. The I is inner. And the L is last. So this acronym FOIL, first, outer, inner, last, is going to help us remember what order we should do some multiplication. So let's talk about first. First, when we look at our expression, tells us that we should multiply the first terms in each parentheses. So over here, our first term is x, and in this parentheses, our first term is x. So first tells us that we should multiply x times x. So let's start out right here. X times x. Our O stands for outer. That's going to tell us to multiply the outer terms. So the outside terms are x and negative 2. So let's draw an arrow over here. X times negative 2 is our outer. Inner are the inside two terms. So we multiply 2 times x. So we're going to add 2 times x. Last are our last two terms. So we're multiplying 2 times negative 2. So there we go. First, x times x. Outer, x times negative 2. Inner, 2 times x. Last, 2 times negative 2. Remember, this minus sign in our second factor here means that anytime we multiply by this term, it has to be by negative 2, not positive 2. And that way we keep our negative sign straight after we use FOIL. So let's start simplifying. X times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Now once again, just like our last time simplifying this expression, we want to combine our like terms. We have x squared, and we look for any other x squareds, and we don't see any. So we can write x squared here. We look at our x's. We have negative 2x plus positive 2x. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So we have 0 x's. Plus negative 4. and there's no other number that doesn't have an x next to it, so we can leave that plus negative 4. And now our final simplification, since there are 0 x's, we don't have to write that anymore. Plus negative 4, remember we like to write that just as minus 4. And so our simplified expanded form using the FOIL method is x squared minus 4.